everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Browns coming in at 3-11, going up against the Chargers, who come in at 5-9. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the San Diego Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. They come out here in the eye. Now the former Jet running back. This is Chris Ivory. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
On 2nd down, here's Kessler. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Defense showing blitz.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
As a defender, you're eager to be involved in every play. So when the action goes away from you, a lot of times you run after the ball. But in this case, what a terrific job by the defender staying home and taking care of his responsibilities.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Mettenberger, and his first look is incomplete. Antonio Gates, the veteran tight end, was the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd and 10. This offense has talent, and certainly Keenan Allen, he has a lot of talent.
And he plays so hard each and every week. He's a guy who demands the football.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now Mettenberger. And that'll be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
Vontae Davis is one of the strongest cornerbacks in the league. Equally adept at playing the run and the pass.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
Green 39. Green 39. Left
play fake. He'll look to throw. Surveying the field. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. First down, he'll drop to throw, and that's off the mark, incomplete. He was trying to get it to D'Angelo Williams, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Carry for the veteran. This is D'Angelo Williams. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And on 2nd and 10 now. On play action, they'll throw. He's got time in the pocket. He'll rifle this one deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Let's go.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Now Kessler down around his own goal line. That's caught by Jennings. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On first down, this is Ivory. Oh, nice move. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early to try and get things done later.
Let's go.
They stay on the ground. Ivory again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to just see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a first down. And now San Diego getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
All right, here we go. Back there, here we go.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 2nd down, Williams. And an alley to run. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Watch it now, Barney. Let's go. Blue, land it.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a San Diego first down.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run with his second-year man. It's Melvin Gordon. And he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup, and the Chargers are going to have a first down.
Partner, I was fortunate enough to see Melvin Gordon throughout his college career. And what I liked the most about him, he always added something to his game. He went from being what I called a gimmick runner, a lot of jet sweeps and things of that nature, to being a full-time 3-down back who can make big plays at any time.
Big plays indeed from Kenosha, Wisconsin. High school teammate of?
Say it.
Trey Waynes.
How about that? Pretty good right there.
Yeah, good
combo. 2 of those guys end up in the NFL. When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
No. Check.
Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Blue, land it. Watch it now, Barney. Set.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it'll be 3rd and 10. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, and they've got it here with a first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. One receiver left. That's Allen. Here's Mettenberger. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. It's the fullback. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And that formation won't yield much here as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. This time, Kessler nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll run it with Williams. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. D'Angelo Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On second down, Ivory. And some room to roam now. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, They almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him. I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now this time he'll look to throw. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Kessler on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
On 2nd down, here's Kessler. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And that one makes it 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Brandon Oliver now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They go play action here on first down. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Chargers a first down. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
The defense helps the offense out there. Now 5 yards to go on first down. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards there on the pickup, and the Chargers are going to have a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams trying to run inside, but nothing there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Now Mettenberger. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Here's Mettenberger. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that has to be frustrating for the offense. They caught him in a dime package. 6 defensive backs on the field. If you're going to run draw and run your big guys at smaller people, you should have success on that play. Instead, the defense won the battle.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now it's Hoss. This is Ivory. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Kessler. And Barnidge has it on the right side. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
It's a nice catch there by Gary Barnidge, and there's no getting around it. The emergence of him has been nothing short of stunning, hasn't it?
Yeah, first 6 years, total 44 catches. Then at age 30 last year, he goes for 79.
Who says you don't get better with age?
On 1st and 10, it's Kessler. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And a nifty little deep juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still. And quickly they get to the line. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Kessler now on third down. And Jennings has it. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. We saw 5 receivers out. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Fresh set of downs here. 1 receiver left is Hilton. From midfield now, here's Kessler. This is complete to Hawkins. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Here's Kessler to throw. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Throwing now. Kessler on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Final play of the half. It's Kessler. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick O'Leary in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are back within a score. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it'll give the Chargers a first down.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage, and they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time, but the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They juked him. They'll get 16 yards there. And the Chargers are going to have a first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
In the red zone this time.
No, check, Patriot. Now let's go. Green 39.
Again, it's Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 16. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with second and just 2 yards to go.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys in the cornerback position.
1 man in the backfield is Gordon. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Williams loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They'll try to get the running game going here with Ivory. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Again, they run. Again, it's Ivory. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Third down and 4. They come out here in the eye. Here's Kessler. He's able to find Hawkins. A pickup at 24 on the third down conversion. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Another run. This time it's Ivory. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Travis Benjamin scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They start on the ground with Ivory. Room here to run. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down following the run.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Kessler. It's caught. It's Barnage over the middle. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now Kessler on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They give it to Ivory. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Barrett, on the tackle. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. Third down and 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun on third down, Kessler. And he's got his man Hilton. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They go play action here on first down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. No gain, and it's second down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Kessler on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On third down, Kessler. This is complete to Hawkins. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now Kessler, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And now San Diego getting set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And there's a flag on the play.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
One receiver left. That's Allen. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. B.J. Goodson, the rookie out of Clemson, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Here we go now. 19. Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Mettenberger. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. A good pickup there, a 22.
That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Oh, yeah, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And a cut to the sideline. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
This one taken from the 7. Yet a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles. It's
amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They come out here in the I. And the busy afternoon continues for Ivory. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. And there's a flag on the field. So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Kessler to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
3-19! 3-19! Over!
Here we go. Kessler on 4th down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Well, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd down, Kessler. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Steve Williams. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Green.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.